Hello, my name is Charles. I'm 18 years old. My talent is dancing. But seriously, folks, um, my talent is actually writing. Pretty much the only thing that I can do at all. I was gonna share a short story with you, but unfortunately, I realized halfway through reading it, it was kind of a little X-rated, so I don't want to gross people out and I don't know. So yeah, I've written a few songs, but I haven't had the chance to put music to it. So let's just say they're poems. Sorry. Well, it turns out that pretty much all my poems are a little, at least R-rated, if not X-rated too. But hopefully that doesn't like change your mind. I mean, just sexuality is just like a huge part of writing to me. So um, my poems seem a little vulgar, but they're not meant to be. They're just kind of like that because that's just how sexuality was kind of shown to me when I was a kid. Like I didn't really, I mean, like my parents told me about stuff, but I learned most of it from kids, and they were just kind of vulgar. So that's kind of what this. I'm not like trying to shock people. This is just what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna share with you three different poems. None of them are titled, even though usually the titles are like the best part of my poems. I just had another title use, I guess. Anyways, this is my first one. Linda, why did you bring Big Boy home? I told you no more fucking with the windows open. Can't explain the dog that bit your neck. I just know he lives with me, an old man regret. This land of mine has no allies, no guns, and no one dies. We have just knives and bowie knees. Hee 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 hee. If there was any more hate on your plate, the spoon that you dropped could say, and that's why love spells never work. The more they eat, the more it hurts. My brother Betrayal sat next to me as I watched Linda eat dick on TV. He said, now there's the woman for me, so free, hee 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 hee. Alright, and this is number 2. Getting a rash. Anyways. 7 auburn sisters in a powder blue teacup. One turned to me and said with her seashell lips, I've seen saucers and teardrops and sticks, but I've never loved a man with baby broken hips. Her candlestick fingers twisted thin string around a small pool in my bed in the spring. She wrapped the other around her waist and tiptoed a dance of the ugly and chaste. I climbed up a red ladder. She ran down the staircase. And in those few ashy bruised minutes, she ripped my dick off where the purple turned yellow, and grew a new baby before it was finished. His name was Chip, after his daddy's cell block and a tooth and a mouth full of noodles. The day he was born, they turned back the clock. He was doomed to walk the city streets shoeless. When Chippy turned 15, he took up smoking, and sitting in a cardboard box watching television. Outside kids cannibalized trees by beating them with sticks, using pencils as knives and hammers as guns. How many lipsticks are smeared on the attic floor? How many arrow tips have been confiscated from boys who would stab their sisters with scissors? How many wishes come true 2 weeks belated? I woke up this morning on a warm day. I walked outside and found my old brown neighborhood. 2 balls, one big and one small, on the front porch. I wanted to bounce them, but just sat there and stood. I kept track of the Olympic swim scores in bed, but the wife came in and shook dirty dishes over my head. We used to be pretty and we used to be strong, but the doctor got our medications all wrong. Both of our butt cheeks can fit into a tiny green box. All of our guts can fit into a little white cup. But as the sand under our feet turns to syrup, they look dirty, but they are clean cotton socks. The other day I went to the mattress store downtown to find my deathbed and all its accoutrements, and I died all right in my red circled pajamas, but no one can tell that I had any ailments. Chip threw a handful of dirt and shot a gun. He was no man, but he was my son, so I gave him my wife and my fishing pole. Little did he know the floor of the river is littered in gold. Okay, and this is the third one. It's not too long, don't worry. You don't have to suffer anymore after this. A screw in his big left toe and he ain't scared of me. A band-aid on my forehead and 3 on my knees. We are not friends and we are not enemies. A rose petal fell under my eye as I lay on the floor. My face was ground in the carpet by 1 cowboy boot or more. I ralphed by the couch on your pillow at the kitchen table. I sucked in my first titty behind a hay bale by the stables. And when her brother caught me, he showed me his dingle. I thought it would be handsome, but it was fragile and wrinkled. As it throbbed and shrank in the blinking lights, 3 spiders took turns jumping on my bed. I told my friend I wasn't crying, but that was a lie. Someday, I knew his dog would be mine or be dead. When I have to piss and every bitch is a miss, who ripped my real eye right out. Between a fountain and a Kool-Aid spout. 3 fish in 2 jars I carried all night, a worm, a lizard, a snake baked in a pie. I walked on the ceiling like my father, and when the sun stumbled I caught her. But the windows were frozen and the cat sick. I felt a blow from a hammer and a small prick. No more bubble baths and foreign seasoning, but have faith, I'll be a full-grown man by spring. Alright, well, one thing I like to explain about these, I mean, I'm not trying to explain the meaning, because, I mean, there is a lot of meaning. It's very cryptic, because I'm just like that, I don't know. But, I mean, it has a lot to do with my transition and like my identity as male. I don't know if you could tell that. Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you. So, may the best man win. Maybe next time I'll have something better to share with you. Something not quite so sexual and childlike. So, thanks for watching.